Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Jorge Gimeno. I've been coming to the Python study group for a little over a year with a hiatus in between because of life. It happens sometimes to all of us. But I've been a regular attendee and gotten to know a lot of the people in the Python study groups as friends and as wonderful, cool people. So I'm going to throw a shout out before I start and invite you all to come on Saturdays down to UCSD. It's a whole lot of fun. Diane, who is the person out of our organizing group right over there, who handles setting up lightning talks, was looking for volunteers. And I said, I'm willing, but I don't have a topic. And so she said, I've been to all these websites and I've seen all this MD5 thing on there and next to a file that I'm downloading and I don't know what it is. And I, being an independent person in 2017, said, no way, I'm not doing it. Yeah, I lied. So MD5, file hashes, what they are, what to do with it. If you already know, feel free to sleep for 5 minutes. That's what lightning talks are good for. They're pretty short, so you can just snooze right through. So what is a file hash? A hash is just very simply a function. It's a mathematical equation. You can feed into it an object of any length, and you end up with a result of fixed length, right? MD5 just happens to be one of those hashes that are available out there. And it's been around for a very long time, in fact, since 1991. It predates the first open source release of Python. It's been around a long, long time. And it's very popular for that reason, because it's been around so long. Sometimes we in the computer field tend to do things because of inertia, right? Just because it's been around for so long. So it's designed by Professor Robert Realist of MIT. And here's the part that might horrify you. In 1996 was the first hint that there was a flaw discovered in the algorithm to where it could be cloned or faked, right? This was in the compression algorithm. In 2004, they actually discovered the first full collision, where you can feed it two separate objects and end up with the same hash. Yeah, that's a problem, especially since this was designed for cryptographic use. So somebody could take one document. In fact, they did this with a PostScript document, for those of you that remember what that is. They substituted a different one, and they ended up with the exact same hash. Yeah, oops. So for that reason, it's not considered cryptographically secure. So why are we still using it? Because although it's not cryptographically secure, the chances of accidental collisions really are very, very low. So it still serves a purpose, for example, in making sure that if you have long downloads, things of many megabytes in size, to make sure that your download wasn't corrupted. And it's still used for that. But you shouldn't count on somebody not injecting some kind of malicious file, so you still want to download from trusted sources only, not Pirate Bay. Just saying. So that still is your best defense if you are planning just to make sure that nobody's injected something maliciously in there to try to get around the hash. There are other hashes available that are much more secure, and newer ones are being developed pretty much every day. So SHA-256, I think, is one of the more common, popular ones that are used nowadays. If you are using hashes in Python, the hashlib module, especially in 3.6, has a lot of the newer hash algorithms available to you. As always, read the docs. So how do you use, if you are on a Unix distribution, Ubuntu, Fedora, Red Hat, MD5 sum is the name of the command line tool that's available in most of the repositories. You can just install it using your package manager. If you are a Windows user, the PowerShell, which I believe is available in Windows 7 and newer, if I'm not mistaken, has a get file hash command available from the command line. And Mac users, you have MD5 available to you from default from the terminal. Put in the point it at your file, it'll split out the hash, It's a simple comparison. Does one equal the other? Any questions on MD5? Those of you that slept can wake up. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Any questions?
Yeah.
Yes. Questions?
So when I download a file somewhere that and it's got the MD5 hash, then I'm supposed to use that to make sure that the file downloaded correctly.
So the question is, if there's an MD5 posted on the website that you're downloading it from, is that what you're supposed to do? Yeah. You point your tool that you're using to the file you downloaded, it'll give you the hash. And the hashes are supposed to be identical.
Okay, so I would do MD5 space, because I'm going to Mac.
Exactly.
MD5 space file name, and it would give me a number, and then I compare that to the number on the website.
Exactly. And if they're identical, then they are the same.
Is some of that done for you, like with Chrome when you download something, or I don't know?
There are certain. I know that when I download games like from Steam or things like that, that they have a checksum thing available. I don't know if they use MD5 specifically, but they do use something. So download managers do that automatically. Browsers, I don't believe they do that by default. I believe there are add-ons you can get to do that or extensions. Any other questions?
Thank you.
All right. Thanks very much.